Welcome back to the Culture of Currency, where today we will be ranking once again another 5 coins as I go through my top 100 coins from my collection. Each of these is going to be a unique coin from around the world. They're going to be bullion coins. Today we will cover numbers 59 through 55. Number 59, as we can see right here, is going to be another coin from the EC8 series. This is Caribbean silver. We know that, by the way, the obverse is laid out. We see the queen here in this particular fashion. We also see the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, which is meaning that this is one of the 8 nations making up the EC8. And today's coin is Anguilla. This is a newer coin from Anguilla. This is the Eel. It is a 2022. I have had many negative experiences with coins from Anguilla, as many of you know, but this one right here is just fantastic and is one of the highest EC8 coins in my collection. I absolutely love it to death. As we see, we have the island right here towards the bottom. We have 2 eels, though I do have my qualms about the eels because this is Anguilla. Anguilla is the genus and species, which is a European eel and not one of the many beautiful eels found in Anguilla, which is customarily used in their food and also a good reason to dive down there because they have things like the chained moray, the spotted moray, the green moray. But this is a European eel, which just happens to have the same genus and species as the name of the island, Anguilla, Anguilla. But it is a beautiful coin overall. I absolutely love it. I paid $34.29 for this coin when silver was just a little bit high, not extraordinary high, but it is currently valued at $32.86, so it's went down a couple of dollars as silver has gone down in value. There is a limited mintage of 25,000 for this coin, which is customary for all coins from the EC8. So it is one that you could probably pick up here if you haven't already got it. It's minted by the Scottsdale Mint, so you could check their website or you could check the APMEX website for this coin. But it is probably among some of my favorites from the EC8 series, even though the species is wrong. Up next, as you can see, we have a coin from the Kingdom of Cambodia. I did a very, very in-depth video over this. I did it over the Anguilla coin as well. In fact, over basically almost all of these coins. But this is the Kingdom of Cambodia right here. We see that it is 3,000 reals. It's a 2023, fairly new coin. You have a beautiful structure, and if you want to know about that structure, you can watch that video and find out about it. One thing I will note is that instead of being right on axis with this view, they've put it off axis just a little bit, which I love because it gives you more depth. When you see something just straight on, they tend to be flat when they're represented in coins, but this has taken a little bit of a sidestep, which gives you kind of spatial separation and little things like trees and steps. So excellent job there on this coin. As you can see from the back, we have the Lost Tigers of Cambodia. That is our feature of this coin, and just like in the coin from Laos, this is a coin that is going into the reintroduction of native tigers to this kind of Southeast China or Southeast Asia area. There were once tigers all over this area, and with the way that, you know, humanity kind of is, they kind of got pushed out or killed. But they're trying to reintroduce and reestablish a lot of the tiger populations in Laos and Cambodia and other areas like that. So this is a coin that I actually really enjoy because it's not just about being pretty, it's actually serving a purpose, and telling a story about a former time in Cambodia. Very, very interesting video that I made on it. It looks like this. This is a coin that has 10,000 minted, so fairly low, but we have seen, just like with the Anguilla Eel, that it has not quite caught track yet as far as the demand. And this is a newer coin to begin with, but I paid $33.77 for it, and it's currently sitting at $32.36. Up next is a coin that I really, really like. As we see, we have Her Majesty here in the front, and we also see that it has the amazing kind of background with all of these little dots that make a cool pattern. I guess it's some kind of a geometric pattern, I don't know, but it is a standard for coins from Great Britain. And as we see on the back, it is exactly that. This is a lunar year of the rat that is minted for Great Britain. So this is going to be obviously a couple years back, as you can see right here. It is hard, in my opinion, to really go into an animal that's despised and make it look pretty, but I would say that this is spot on. It is fantastic. You have a lot of cool features with the different elements. Here at the bottom, you have the rat kind of looking back. It's in balance with the character here, as well as a beautiful font. It is probably the best rat coin I've seen, let's be honest. I know the Perth Mint had some cool ones, but they, in my opinion, kind of struck on it because it is more of a mouse than it is a rat. And I know that's semantics, but I figure that probably matters to people who really care about this stuff. Another cool feature of this coin is it is part of the lunar series. I have a whole video about it, and if you have interest in the lunar cycle in general, I highly recommend you watching this video because it goes over the entire race that the Jade Emperor put on and the folklore of the lunar cycle. The mintage of this coin is 88,888, which is hugely significant in the culture in which this comes from. And this coin, I also paid $23.84 for it. That's pretty low, and that's because back then the spot was around $19. So really, really awesome buy. And being in the lunar series, it holds a very high value. So this coin currently is found online for $65.87. So that's a heck of a jump. Really, really cool lunar coin. Number 56 on our list is very iconic in the obverse. Many of you already can tell what it is right there straight off the bat, just based on the pattern in the background. This is Her Majesty at a much younger age, even though it's a 2021 coin. The obverse has beautiful geometric patterns that in my mind kind of make up waves and things like that. We see that it's from the Cook Islands. I have a video over this coin that looks like this. It is a awesome, awesome coin, and many of you already have this coin because you thought it was so awesome when it came out. It is a series, and here it is. The Bounty. In fact, this is the HMS Bounty, HMS standing for Her Majesty's ships. We have a carry over or a continuation from the obverse to the reverse of the amazingly ornate background, and we have one of the best representations of a ship. It is more classical in its design. It carries over a lot of detail, I guess, is how I would say it, to where when you look at it, you see that they're not just cutting corners in the design. They actually went through full force and created a beautiful, beautiful ship. And this is based on the representations of the actual HMS Bounty, which was a very, very historic ship in the area of the Cook Islands, as many of you know. So it is a gorgeous, gorgeous coin, and is one that I have seen a ton of interest in the community, and you can still get these because they make them every year. I bought this when silver was very high. I bought it for $39.91, and even though it has no cap on mintage that I could find, it still holds a value of $35.87. So having no cap on the mintage and still holding that amount of value is a pretty good sign that it is a fairly high demand coin, just overall. And our last coin today, this is number 55, we have a familiar friend. We see that this is from the Republic of Cameroon, 500 francs. Africa has some of the coolest obverses around. We see in this one that we have the axes with the fasces kind of doing their thing in the background. Really, really cool design. And this is one of the first coins that I ever purchased. I really liked the way it was laid out, and not knowing a whole lot about silver coins in that time, just thought, hey, this is a cool one. I like the perspective. And we have right here the African cheetah. So this is from Cameroon. And as you can see, we have a really cool perspective. We have this kind of vanishing point in the background, and it cascades out in two directions. We have the stripes down here, and we have kind of this dimpled star with different textures coming out from this area of the coin, and the cheetah running at full sprint. This is a really, really cool action shot. It's hard to do action shots in cats because they have loose skin, and that's partially a defense mechanism, but it makes it to where it's really hard when you have something so muscular, yet it has something like loose skin to get right. And I think this one does it correctly. And what I really love is when a cheetah is running in a situation like this, they are hyper focused on a point, and it seems that we have caught that right here. It is a beautiful, beautiful representation here from the nation of Cameroon. I have a video over it, and if you want to laugh, then it's a pretty good video to watch, because like I said, this is very early in my YouTube career, so I'm not, expecting it to be a knockout video, but it does have a lot of interesting information if you want to know about the nation of Cameroon or this coin. I paid $27.66 for this coin, and it is now valued at $30.86, and it has a mintage of 25,000. So if you see one, that gives you some information on if it's right for you. That's kind of a good mintage point. It hasn't taken off in value, but it's still not bad. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and next video we'll dive even deeper onto our list and get down